So I'm John, and this is Jenna Raymakers. We own Farmer's Best Popcorn here in Worthington. Been running it since what, 2019?
Yep, 2019.
We're a seed to shelf business, so we grow everything, all the popcorn ourselves, and then we package it all right in Worthington. So yeah, nothing ever goes further than about 5 miles away from home base. So we actually bought the business from a different gentleman in Rockwell City. He was growing this popcorn and packaging it under his own brand. He was looking to sell the business. He was getting older, so we bought the business in 2019, moved everything over here, and then, you know, so I was looking to farm but didn't have the acres to really justify just farming, you know, so decided to take this on, and that way I can do what I love, farming, you know, and be able to sell everything direct to consumer and make a little more that way. So that's kind of how we got into it, just basically to be able to farm, you know, full time and make it work.
He kind of started doing that full time. He was running everything until 2022. I quit my teaching job to help. So now it's both of us full time. There's enough for us to do between this and everything in town. So he takes care more of the farm stuff, and then I usually focus at the office and taking care of things down there.
So this year we've got about 70 acres of popcorn, so it kind of varies from year to year based on our demands and how our yields go. But I always try to grow enough for about 1.5 years worth of production, you know, maybe a little more than that. In this case, we ever had a crop disaster or whatever where we couldn't grow any. So we grow just the one hybrid. It's all white corn, and we grow the same hybrid every year. So far it's been working really good for us. We think it's got the best taste and popping qualities that we've found with compared to other hybrids. So we're both from Western Iowa. I'm from Carroll, Iowa, and she's from Lakeview, Iowa. My mom grew up here in Worthington, so I came back here as a kid from forever, you know, as long as I can remember. I'd come back every summer and spend about a month out here, and that's kind of why I liked farming, how I got into it. You know, my grandpa and uncle farmed out here, so after I got out of school, came over here with intentions to start farming, and then this kind of came, you know, about, and then we picked it up and started doing that. So I conned Jenna into coming over here with me. And
yeah, when we met in 2015, that was actually like one of the first things he ever said was, he's like, just so you know, I'm moving to Worthington, Iowa, so if you're not coming along, there's probably no point in this.
So, I mean, we've always got people stopping in buying popcorn pretty much all the time, but yeah, I always tell people, once you try it, you know, you're probably gonna keep eating it and be hooked on it. So people are kind of like, wow, it's just popcorn. Well, I'm like, well, just try it a little bit and maybe we'll change your mind. So, but yeah, I mean, everybody, it's funny. That's probably the best part, is when you tell these people, they're kind of like, I don't know, and then they come back, you know, like, that is the best popcorn we've ever had. So that's pretty cool to see that. But yeah.
People like to know that it's a local product that's produced here, grown here by locals. I mean, we consider ourselves locals at this point, and people have been great to us, whether it's a ballpark buying product or little stores. You know, Randy's carries it. You can see it on the shelves at Fairway and Dyersville. They keep expanding how much they have there. I mean, so that's showing the community support for it. People are always, you know, they're reaching out to us for donations, but at the same time, they're reaching out and wanting to put on their shelves or bring it to their kids for Christmas or whatever it may be. But people definitely are supporting local with us for sure.
After it leaves the field, we put it into a regular grain bin, and then we air dry it. So we're looking for between 13.5% to 14.5% moisture for optimal popping. Any less, and it won't pop very well, and any more, you get kind of tough, chewy popcorn. So there's kind of a fine line there. So we'll air dry it, and then in the springtime or summertime, we'll take it out of the bin, bring it into town here. We run it through our first cleaning process, which is a fanning mill. So it'll blow out any chaff or cob or you know, bees wings that the combine didn't get. It also has screens in there that sizes the kernels, so if they're too small or too big, they'll fall through and then get discarded. So then that way we're left with a uniformly sized popcorn kernel. So after that, we put it in 2,500 pound totes. We package them away in our warehouse until we're ready to bring them in and package them. So When we're ready to bring them in to package them, we'll bring them in, the totes in, and then we actually run it through another cleaning process. Before that, I call it a cleaner, but it's actually an optical sorter. So all those kernels pass between two cameras, and it's taking pictures of them, and then we've got it programmed. So if we wanted to spit out, if they're miscolored, or if there's a little bit of field corn that got left in the combine, or weed seeds, broken, cracked, anything like that, it'll shoot those out with a puff of air. So that way we're left with just pure white popcorn. So after that, then we bring it into our packaging facility, gets put up into pro boxes, and then everything gravity flows into our packaging machines, and then we package it, and then it sits out there until we're ready to, until Hy-Vee or Fairway picks up, or we, distribute it ourselves. So. And we take a lot of pride in, making sure our samples are really clean. So we run it through multiple cleaning processes and really take our time. So we're getting just pure white popcorn, and it's all, relatively the same size of seed and moisture level. So everything's super consistent. So you don't get a lot of old maize when you're popping, and you get a good consistent pop every time. So.
I would say too, we really pride ourselves on the fact that, and hang our hat on the fact that this is not all Iowa business. I mean, our product is seed to shelf here. So it's grown in Worthington, packaged in Worthington, in a small town, Iowa community. It's just the two of us on the family farm. Like I said, it's really just an Iowa-based product. We don't ship anything out or get anything else done anywhere else. And it's seed to shelf, so everything passes through our hands here.
We think it's some of the best stuff around. It pops well. You're not going to have hardly any old maize. Some people like yellow popcorn a little more for certain reasons, but this stuff has got a really thin hull, so you don't get the hull stuck in your teeth and your throat and all that with this stuff. And like I said, little to no old maize with our popcorn. But if you're going to look for taste, this is the best stuff